Yo, what a guan, Batty man. Des ROCKSTEADY, King of the Pit TV. Signing in, devoted to James, recommended this on the page. He said, my brother! You mentioned checking out a little bit of Elliot Smith live during the listening of the studio material. Here's a recommendation. So we've got some live Elliot Smith. Not at Bumberclark Festival, but at Bumbershoot Festival, okay? 2000 on the dot. It's the dawning of a new era. The millennium. Oh, if you're watching this on the Patreon, I might be absent for a few days, as I am travelling from tomorrow. But with that being said, hopefully this is sufficient to hold you on for a moment. We've got plenty of material here. We've got over an hour and 9 minutes worth of live material. So without further ado, this one goes out to Elliot Smith fans out there. I know you are out there. As to whether this will pass the copyright on YouTube, because getting music passed is one thing, but when it comes to the actual visuals, the live performances, it can be a whole different kettle of fish. Had a lot of problem with the baby metal stuff getting through when it was the live set, and that sucked because, man, the baby metal community is lively and engaging, I'll tell you that for nothing. This is the introduction, flowing into Needle in the Hay. I have no idea what to expect. Let's jump in. I'll make myself smaller for you, yeah, so you can watch with me.
Also like to let you know the Real Networks is out here with the live webcast.
Sponsored by GarageBand.com.
Watching around the world.
Is that the GarageBand we got on the Mac?
With that said,
did Apple buy that also?
This guy needs no introduction from me. Let's make lots of noise for a local boy done good, Elliot Smith.
Local boy done good, eh? Have we got comments? Yep, we've got comments. But we've got plenty of time to go through them, alright? Plenty of time.
Hi.
I'll be real with you. I don't want to start off with a criticism, but this is quite abnormal. It's not even a criticism, to be honest with you. It's an acknowledgement. This is quite an abnormal way of an act starting a set on this big platform, you know? It seems as if the drummer and Elliot sort of just need to dial in and ensure that they are cooperating well together. He turns around at the very first second of any music being performed. And you know, if you watch the majority of big bands on festival stages, bruh, well, to be honest, in this day and age, they've all got in-ears. I've never performed with an act that used the in-ear stuff, so I think most of it's like dialed down just through the ears anyway. They played to a metronome or maybe a counting via their headset, but you know, you don't catch Metallica or flipping any band for that matter who are performing on these big live stages having to engage so evidently with each other to say, we're coming, you know what I mean? You catch that on a local band level, but that's not a criticism because that gives some degree of organic quality, some humanistic quality to the band, which I've always found in the music of Elliot Smith, you know? It creates a connection to the people. It's DIY, it's indie, it's what you want, right? Obviously not literally indie, they're a mainstream act at this point, but... or maybe they weren't, I don't know. Oh, we're going to get advertisements in between songs. People say, bro, pay for YouTube Premium. Nah, you can suck me off. We're giving no respect to the other band members right now. The cameraman does not care about the other band members. The drummer got a really good deal on this camera work. How old is he during here? Do you know this guy, Elliot Smith, is both old and young at the same time? He is old and... Look at this image of him here. He looks older than how I perceive him generally. He's old and young at the same time, this dude, man. His music is very youthful, most definitely. His music, not to say it lacks maturity, but it's youthful music, you know. It's rock band music. Like, I don't know if the garage band thing he plugged initially was like, you know, the actual what came to be the application garage band, if it was a thing at that time, but he's got a garage band approach to the music, you know. Let's start a band, dude. Let's start a band. Classic. Classic. Bro, the band... Yo, this is fascinating. I like this. This is giving us so much... We can talk on this in regards to a live thing, because him, the guitarist, or was it the bassist who picked it up, he fucked up doing that. Honestly, he fucked up doing that. Watch. Because I was going to say, do they not have a... Not like the band walks around with this person, but the venue and the festival should have sound engineer offside to ensure that, you know, anything that happens in relation to that, because that happens all the time, can be resolved and sorted. Even the promoter of the event should be side stage in order to ensure that the show runs smoothly, right? The band member shouldn't have to do that. So what he did there was, that was quite amateur for a band member to do. You know, local bands, you don't stop playing your instrument in order to save the drowning man at the side. That should be the sound engineer, the sound guy, quickly runs up and sorts out the issue, you know? And of course he comes up to do his job. He was there. We should have just waited for him to do it, because of course Elliot can just pop over to the other microphone, keep the show going, you know? That happens as well. Your mic stops working. Oh shit, there's probably one hooked up to a mic stand on the side. We might as well just grab that, Bro, why is he bringing another mic stand up there? Even when Elliot moves to the other microphone, the camera just follows him around. This cameraman is giving no respect to the rest of the band, which understandably is Elliot Smith. That's the act, right? But I'd like to see who's doing the backing vocals at this point. How long is it taking to sort the mic stand out? Did he actually break the mic? That should not have happened. This is fascinating. He should not have broken the mic stand just by knocking it over like that. What? Yo, when I used to perform in punk bands, right, I'd have a thing for throwing the mic stands into the crowd in a very aggressive fashion. And venue got so fucked off at me. I had to buy one once. Out of respect, I mean, if I'm going to damage the venue's... equipment when they put me on to perform, of course I'm gonna, you know, pay for the the reaction of my actions. And yeah, I broke a mic stand, dashing it into the crowd. Oh, that's what they said. I didn't question it. I thought, hey, I threw it. Like, whether I did or didn't, I'll pay for a new one. Like 80 quid, I think it cost me. That was Needle in the Hay. We're going to have a lot to talk about already on this. Nice little number to start with. Nice overdriven guitar there. Composed, tight drummer in the mix. Fascinating to watch the band at work. I wonder how long this act together had been together prior to coming on stage like this. This is fascinating to me. Yeah. Let's keep on moving. We've got Bled White coming up next. I'll see you there.